I am in the airport now. I'm about to head to Ghana. Haven't been to Ghana actually. I've been to different parts of Africa, but this is my first time going to Accra, um, and look forward to it. And I'm going to tell you guys about the journey, particularly as it relates to us as Black people exploring all the economic opportunities that exist around the world, so that we can take over and actually make Black people great again. I think that there's a lot to be found in Africa, a lot that can really help us find our way. Feel free to shout out your city. What's up, Josh? Tupelo, Mississippi. Good to see you. Let me know what city you're from. And hit the thumbs up button as you come in. Please hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that stuff. Because as you guys know, this independent Black media is very important for giving balance. Our goal is to give balance where it does not exist, to make sure that all sides of stories are told other than just the white story. You know, when you're talking about history, we're not just interested in what white people have done or herstory, meaning, feminist history or feminist narratives about Black men. I think that we know that there's an issue there. And this is why I'm talking about what we're about to discuss right now. Now, give me a yes or no. Yes or no. Yeah, some of you who follow me on Instagram know that I posted this just to see what you guys thought about it. Give me a yes or no. Have you heard about Oprah Winfrey's upcoming documentary on Apple TV about Russell Simmons? Give me a yes or no. It's not about Russell Simmons. It's about someone who accused Russell Simmons of something pretty serious, sexual assault. Give me a yes or no. Yeah, I see a lot of no's. Well, if you go read some of these publications that are out here, Oprah is planning to executive produce a documentary at the Sundance Film Festival that tells the story of one of Russell Simmons' accusers. And I thought that was interesting enough to analyze. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give you some perspectives on this, and I'm not going to tell you what to think. I know these documentaries, what they want to do is they want to give you your opinion. Everybody loves to tell Black people what our opinions are supposed to be. I'm not here to give you your opinion. I'm here to give you some perspective, give you something to think about, so that when you form your opinion, which I want you to form on your own, you will know that it came from your truth and not the truth that comes from white-owned media. So basically, here's what's leaving me conflicted about it. I have worked with Russell Simmons before. He did a wonderful job on a mass incarceration campaign that we had in 2013. If you don't know, back in 2013, I had a meeting with Russell, and we talked about how we can get brothers out of prison. Russell was out of New York. You got a lot of, you got a lot of your Black men, a lot of your, potential husbands and fathers are locked away, and there hasn't been a systematic effort to really fix that. And so, Russell approached me about partnering on a way to get the Obama administration to shift their policy on mass incarceration. Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't really trust celebrities that much. I kind of think, most of them are full of shit. Honestly, they do a lot of talking and yapping. And to be honest with you, a lot of the celebs, some of them are smart and intelligent, but a lot of them are just, famous because, it's because they're big clowns. Because they get out here and they say stupid stuff. And I mean, just go listen. Just go listen to some of the things that some of your most respected and well-known rappers say when it comes to money, like stupid things they say about money, crazy things they say about women, ridiculous things they say about choices. It's really sad because these are the people that you're supposed to be looking up to, and I'm just telling you, you shouldn't do that because these people pretty much are giving you a blueprint for self-destruction. They're teaching you how to lose in life. And so, anyway, I really the battle plan was, okay, Doc, I'm gonna get the celebrities, and you write a letter to Obama, And I said, sure, I can write a letter. It doesn't take me long to write something. And he said, and I'll get celebrities celebrities to sign the letter that are well known, and you get the scholars and the intellectuals and the other people that can add credibility to this letter, right? And so that's what happened. So I wrote the letter. The first version of the letter, I was pretty direct in my view, and Russell kind of called and said, maybe we can not be so hard on Barack. He wanted me to be a little more polite, and I said, okay, let's do that. If that'll get the job done, let's do it. So I rewrote it, and we sent it to the Obama administration, and they blew us off, completely blew us off. Got really offended by the idea that we were black people actually coming to them with a black agenda. They were pissed off that Russell wasn't just a celebrity that was sitting around trying to get invited to a Christmas party. He was actually there advocating for black people and pushing them to keep their promises and presenting a black agenda that related to mass incarceration. So we tell this story to give you context so you can understand a point of view on all of this stuff with Russell had. So here's the deal. I will say I was very impressed with the way Russell followed through with this commitment. Russell got over 100 different celebrities to sign his letter. I got all the scholars and like the presidents of the HBCUs and people like the lady who worked for New Jim Crow. I can't remember her name right now, but people like that. Those are the people I got. You got Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, Jamie Foxx, and just a bunch of people. I can't Jennifer Hudson, people like that. The Kardashians, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, people like that. That people I don't really rock with like that. But I appreciated coming together in unity to get something done. And so here's what happened. When right up until the time that we pushed that letter out there, they were begging us not to release it. And Russell, to his credit, stuck to his guns. He basically said, "Fuck you. This is an important issue. We need to get black people out of prison." I said, "Right." And we put it out there, and it got international attention. And what set it off the top, honestly, to be real with you, was when Justin Bieber tweeted the hashtag. I know it's crazy. It's like Justin Bieber went to hell, but Justin Bieber, I got to give him props on that. And that's what set it off, and that's what led the Obama administration to eventually fold. And they saw power. They saw us coming at them with power, so they changed their policy the next day. And the next day, Attorney General Eric Holder made what was considered at the time to be the most significant mass incarceration announcement in recent American history, the last 20 or 30 years. Now, why do I say all that? Well, I say all that to say that, that's my experience with Russell, but also, I like everybody else, I have mixed feelings, when somebody is accused of things that you would never co-sign on. I think that accusers should be heard, but the black man should be heard. White women are not the only victims out here in this world. Black men have been terrorized, traumatized, and ruined more than any other group of people in this country. The black man, if you ever want to get easy media attention, all you gotta do is pull the boogeyman out your ass. The boogeyman is the black man. You pull the black man out and say, the black man was accused of chopping up some little babies and eating them alive. The whole country would say, oh my goodness, that's just what those black men do. And the problem, the challenge is that in many cases when these stories are told, in order to give them more credibility, they won't tell these stories themselves. They'll get Oprah to tell these stories. They'll get Gail to tell these stories. And because the ultimate objective is, we're aligning with the black woman in her quest to also help us to destroy and to feminize and to eliminate the black man, particularly the heterosexual black male who is defined as a menace to society. Now, what is the evidence of this point of view? Well, the evidence, I believe in facts and evidence. A lot of people don't believe in just hearsay, facts and evidence. Go look at the data. Give me a yes or no, yes or no. Has anybody noticed how when the Me Too movement has been telling all these stories about predators, that the majority of the people that they're featuring as, America's face attention, black men, give me a yes or no. How black men is represented in these stories, as it pertains to inappropriate behavior, accusations, innuendo, whatever. No. Right? Give me a yes or no. Do you believe that white males are equally likely to commit crimes relative to black males? Yes or no? Do you believe white males commit crimes at the same level or higher than black males? You can't hear me? Okay, hold on, guys. Give me a second. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a yes or no if you can hear me. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, yes or no? Can you hear me? Okay, I see Miss Martin says yes. Dual says yes. Is that better? Okay. So, give me a yes or no. Um, do white men commit crimes at the same level as black men? Do you believe white men also commit crimes? Yes or no? Um, Give me a yes or no. Do you believe white females also commit crimes? Do you believe that women engage in forms of predatory behavior? Maybe not sexual. Maybe instead of stealing just the sex, that women don't have to steal sex, right? They don't. Nobody has to, but women aren't usually in that. You know, when a woman hurts you, it's not usually sexually. It's going to be something else. Maybe she'll drug you and rob you like Cardi B, violate you financially or whatever, right? Yes or no, right? So okay, so why is it, if that's the case, if we know that white men commit crimes, if we know that white women commit crimes, if we know that gay men commit crimes, then why does it just seem that when you're talking about criminal of the year, it's almost always a black man, right? Um, and I'm gonna ask you another yes or no question. These are yes or no questions that Oprah Winfrey would probably not want to answer. Yes or no? Um, have you ever heard Oprah make any statements whatsoever about Harvey Weinstein's allegations? Have you heard Oprah or Gail at any point, yes or no, make any statements about Harvey Weinstein? Announce a Harvey Weinstein documentary, you know, talk about how she's going to go make sure that justice is served in the Weinstein case. Has Oprah at any point mentioned Harvey Weinstein? No. Do you think that maybe there might be some other freaky Jewish men out here that in Hollywood that have done some pretty horrible shit? You think? I mean, you think that there might be? I know we want to believe white people are wonderful and perfect and they're better than us. I guess that's what some people want to believe. But do you think that there might be other men out here that are not black that would make for interesting documentaries too? Yes or no? Yes or no? Have you heard? I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this Jewish agent who represented Halle Berry, and he too was accused by many black women of extremely inappropriate behavior. I actually know an actress who met this guy, and she told me what went down. He showed her around, took her to some fancy restaurants, showed her some things that you'll never see in the hood. And basically, that's what they do when they want to convince you that the black man is worthless. They say, look, a black man can't do this for you. We can do this for you. And then he put her on the phone with a celebrity. I think it was Taraji P. Henson. And that's another way he tried to impress her. And then when the final business meeting happened, he sits down and he pulls out his penis. And he basically says, you do something for me, I do something for you. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's what she told me. She told me this story, and I believe her. I know this person. She's very credible. So, have you heard Oprah mention this man's story at all? Has Oprah proposed doing a documentary on him? Has Oprah, these are black women that are, accusing him of these things. Has he chosen to do any sort of, has Oprah chosen to do any sort of, expose on any of his accusers? Not that I know of. Here's another one I'm gonna throw out there. Oprah won't like this either, but I'm gonna throw it out there because I told you guys I want you to think a little bit. Have you heard about Corey Feldman? Give me a yes or no if you've heard about Corey Feldman from the Lost Boys and Corey Feldman's crusade to expose some of the horrible things that they're doing to little kids out in Hollywood on a systematic level. Have you heard about that? Have you heard about Corey Feldman? Corey Feldman's been trying to get Oprah's attention. He's trying to get Gail's attention. He's trying to get attention from anybody, really. And it's not to say that Corey Feldman might be a liar. Who knows? But, if there's a lot of people that are also corroborating these stories, it's fascinating to me that they haven't even taken the time, that they don't even have the time to look into it. The reason they don't look into it is because They know it's true. They know what's going down. They know what the real the real predatory behavior is in Hollywood. They know what's happening. They don't want to talk about it, and they feel that because they are somehow entertainment royalty, that it is not their obligation to address the petty public and their quest to know the truth. So they're just like, so Oprah's MO is, I ain't even got to answer the question. I ain't even got to respond. I don't even have to defend anything. I do because I'm Oprah. Okay, you can do that, but I don't know. I mean, I ain't shit. I'm just a motherfucker talking shit on the internet. That's all I am. But guess what? 1 million people a week listen to what I have to say, and I have a PhD, which means I'm not a stupid person. And so even when even people who don't like me say, yeah, I don't like his ass, but he's actually making a good point. He's making a good point. So maybe maybe I don't matter. Maybe nobody cares what I think. But I will say, at the end of the day, you got to ask the real questions, man. Seriously, like I'm not sitting here and at any point am I going to vouch for what Russell Simmons did or did not do in the bedroom. And there is no point where you're going to hear me say I know for sure that none of these accusations can be true. I told you guys, I have a big issue with the hip hop space. I think a lot of what's happening in hip hop is a problem. I would not let my daughter go into that industry. I've talked to too many women who don't feel comfortable with the way they're treated in that space, and that's something the community must address and must confront. So I want to make that abundantly clear. But just because I'm making that abundantly clear doesn't mean I can't call bullshit on both sides when I see it. And I'm gonna tell you, I want you guys to tell me, have you ever seen Oprah go out of her way to get Corey Feldman onto the Oprah Winfrey Network so Corey Feldman can tell you about all of the non-black people that are engaged in some really debaucherous behavior that would absolutely shock and stun the public? I have spent time in Hollywood, and I can tell you that they got some real abnormal stuff going on out there that would literally make your toes curl. So my first warning is to you, in terms of me looking out for you guys, is don't get all excited because your child gets discovered or whatever. Your child's a talented child actress or whatever, and they want to take her out to LA. You watch your baby, because these people, they look at children as food, like food. They systematically bring them into rings where horrible things are happening. The second thing I'll say is that this is all a game that's being played. This is all a game. And again, I don't even have to really talk about Russell to really talk about this nonsense. So in order for Oprah to have credibility with me, Oprah's going to have to do that. I need you to do that Harvey Weinstein documentary too. For you to have credibility with me, I need you to have Corey Feldman on your show so he can tell you his story. In order for you to have credibility with me, you got to talk about the white guys and the white women that are doing terrible things to other people. Maybe they're not raping anybody, but maybe they're doing something else predatory. Maybe they're stealing money. Maybe they're getting high on drugs and scamming people. But I need you to cover that too. I'm not saying I'm not vouching for Russell one way or the other. But if you want to have more credibility with me, I need you to talk about some of the things that are happening in the LGBT community that you skim over. But you skim over the fact that most of these young brothers that I've met from the LGBT community, their first sexual experience in many cases happened when they were underage, 14, 15 years old, with some 40-year-old man. I need you to talk about that too. You cannot isolate the heterosexual black male as the sole and primary source of all predatory behavior that exists in America and then skim over everybody else. That's disingenuous, it's ridiculous, and it reeks of mammyism. It really does, and it is not a good look for Oprah or anybody else, and that's why I'm doing this video and having this conversation. Oprah may not like the conversation, but I'm sorry, I don't like what you're doing with some of your power. I think you're using your power in a negative way, and I appreciate the fact that she gave some money to Morehouse. I have to mention that too, out of fairness, but giving a little bit of money to Morehouse does not make up for the fact that you make life harder for black men out here who are doing the right thing, when you're constantly portraying us in a way that makes people afraid of us. Not a fan of that. Not a fan. So please hit the thumbs up button before I go. Please hit the thumbs up button. Oh, Catholic Church. Oh my God, I'd love to see that one. That would be a good documentary, Oprah. Let's do one on that. You can't just go after the powerless and run away from the powerful, right? You can't just go after powerless people and then run away from powerful people. If you're going to be, a seeker of truth, then seek truth in all contexts. Don't just take care of your white and Jewish and gay friends and then go stomp on the heterosexual black male as if we're the only ones that have ever been accused of anything. And also, you need some damn proof. Stop running around here with no proof. That don't make no damn sense. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumb up, share, and subscribe button. I'll check in when I get to Ghana. Also, if you want to check out our seminar, we got a seminar coming up on how to basically restore your credit, stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of that, you can go to drboyceseminars.com. That's drboyceseminars.com. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.